Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is on the Salnotes 7Hz Crinacle 02 at $25. This is a great IEM for music and gaming, and we're going to talk a little bit in detail about those two things. Now let's start off with the sound signature. This is a balanced IEM with a little boost on the bass and the treble. Going back to the original Salnotes 7Hz 0, that's the difference between these two, and I'm gonna touch on those two things as well. Now the bass on here is nice, it's a little thumpy, but the mids to me are a little bit reserved, and I think that's due to how they kind of boosted the bass and the treble. The sound stage and the resolution, in my opinion, is not as good as it was on the original, and again, I think it has to do with the adjustment to both of those, but I don't think it necessarily affects it too much to not recommend it for music or gaming. Now the treble is pronounced, it's nicely balanced, but it's not too forward. I think it's still a great IEM for the price, and I definitely would recommend it for anybody that's looking for something chill, comfortable, and kind of a all-arounder daily use of an IEM. For gaming, I think it's okay. It's good. I don't think it's the best for FPS at this price point, but I think in gaming in general, I think it does a really good job. Like I previously stated, I think that has to do with the mids, how they're a bit reserved, and the sound stage and the resolution are kind of tamed, which is something that you definitely want in a first-person shooter game. That's how you get some of those details and separation. So I think that kind of lacks here. You don't get that much emphasis and separation like you do on the Moondrop Land, which I previously did a review on. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go to the channel and take a peep at that review. I think it's a great start point for anyone looking to get into IEMs for gaming. But back to these bad boys. For music, in my opinion, is kind of where I like these IEMs. I think they're solid for hip hop, R&B, pop, just to name a few genres. I think the bass and treble boosts make it really easy to listen to for mostly all genres, which is great. If you like earbuds or even like Apple AirPods Gen 3s, I think this is kind of in that category. I'm not going to say that sonically they're the same, but I would say as far as comfort and just daily music listening, highly recommend them. All right, let's talk about fitment. Fitment is definitely the thing that I've had a bit of trouble with these IEMs. For some weird reason, I cannot get a perfect fit. Now, I have very small ears, and I try every ear tip that it comes with, and I still just couldn't get a proper seal. Now that's just me. For you, it could be different and they could fit really nicely. Maybe you might change the ear tips and get a nice fit. That works perfectly fine, but I'm just giving you my take on it right now out of the box. Now I'm a big fan of the color. I think I really like this blue. The original ear tips that it comes with are these, they're red. It is a clear IEM, which is kind of cool. So if you're into, you know, kind of seeing the drivers and kind of seeing the inside of the IEM, that's kind of cool to look at. It has a steel faceplate, which I think is kind of cool because, you know, it kind of gives it a little oomph on the grab and just the look in general. Now, despite all those great things that I've talked about, I think it's a great IEM. The one thing I am not a fan of is the cable. I am not a fan of this cable. It's really rubbery, plastically. Like it just feels, I don't know, man. Like I don't know how to explain it to you. I'm just not a big fan. A lot of people like them, and I get why the company went with these. I think they just fit a bit better around the ears. They don't tangle as much, but I personally, in my personal opinion, I like the original cable on the original 7Hz 0. So that's just a little thing I kind of wanted to hit it on, just because, you know, for me, cabling is important. You know, I put these down on my desk, down on my lap sometimes, or on my chair. And I don't know, they're just like rubbery. They kind of feel a little bit weird. But overall, I think at this price point, I do recommend these IEMs as an all-arounder. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're great, the most phenomenal thing for gaming, but if you're not too concerned about separation and resolution and soundstage and things like that, and you just want to throw them on and be like, hey boys, where we landing, put them on, let's go, I definitely recommend them. So if you like today's video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.